What up, my peeps? It's your Knucker Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time courtesy of Hasbro Marvel Legends. We're looking at the Avengers controller Build-A-Figure wave. And the character in question today is Marvel's Speedball. First time we've ever gotten this iteration of the character. So that's a good thing. Always love getting new characters. An added bonus is that this is one more character to the completion of our New Warriors team. So yeah, gotta love that too. You can see the packaging. Take a look at it because it's going away. You see that it is ominously bereft of anything other than the Speedball figure and the torso for the controller. No effects, no additional head or head sculpts, nothing like that. So yeah, anyhow, you got some artwork on the side there. It's repeated on the other side, and then of course you have a bigger more of that same artwork there. You've got illustration of the controller and the wave and the figures required to build him. Iron Man isn't required. We reviewed him the other day. You also have, as usual, the read-up, Marvel Speedball. When Robbie Baldwin is exposed to an extra-dimensional energy source, he becomes Speedball, able to project a kinetic energy field, allowing him to bounce like a super-powered rubber ball. Yep. So we'll take it back to the front. He's got nothing in terms of any type of symbolization. And, of course, there is the legalese on the bottom. And yeah, take another look. No accessories, just the fig, just the torso. On to the next. Well, one thing's for certain, the accessories segment is going to go rather quickly because right here, the torso to build the controller. What you see is all we get. So here we have Robbie Baldwin, aka Speedball, on our rotating base. You're getting a 360-degree visual of the entire character. So first glance, for the most part, Speedball's pretty basic, but that's no fault of Hasbro's. This is Speedball's design. So you're gonna get what you're gonna get. He does have the nice deco on his boots, belt, forearms, hands, and of course neck and head. And something about Speedball, if you guys didn't know, all of those body parts that I mentioned, those are not part of his costume. His costume is just the blue. Those dots are what form in those areas when he's activating his powers. So yeah, they're not actually part of his costume. So if you didn't know, now you know. I'm going to get him off the platter. So here we have Speedball up close and personal, and immediately looking at the head sculpt. The hair is crazy, but that's how Robbie's hair usually is when he's in his Speedball persona. He was actually known as, he became he went by the name of Penance, because of all the guilt he felt in the wake of the event that kicked off the first Civil War, which was the Stamford incident. You need to read that storyline. Civil War is a pretty good storyline. But he eventually went back to being Speedball. So this is who he is right now. And yeah, his hair would get crazy. And like I stated previously, he'd get balls of energy that would surround his head. I'm sure this was a conscious thing that he was able to do, because it was always around his head, neck, arms, forearms and fists, belt and boots, of course. And yeah, it was always like that. And you know, he just wore this basic blue leotard, I guess. But looking at the head sculpt, he's got the nice goggles, as you could see, so that's pretty cool. And they're clear, they're transparent. You can see his eyes within. looking at the bubbles that I was saying, it goes all around, and then going up, you see it's around his neck too, going down the body, just basic molded in blue. I believe this is the Sunfire body mold, and you see he's got the bubbles along his waist and along his forearms and fists, and nothing going on until you get to his boots. From the calves on down to the feet, he's got that bubble action going, and along the back, same thing with the belt. It's along the back, and that's really about the size of it. Looking at his articulation, his head is on a ball hinge joint, so he can look way up. You see that? He can look down a fair ways. As a result, he doesn't have anything too much in the way of attitude. He's got very little, but that's mostly because it feels like the head is kind of loose on that ball joint. He can, of course, do the 360. His arms, he can get to nearly 90. He can swivel or rotate 360. He's got bicep swivel, double jointed pinned elbows. He does have a wrist swivel and horizontal hinge, and this is the Sunfire buck, so he does come with butterfly joints, which he can get that far back. Pretty cool. And he can get this far forward, which is decent. He's got an ab crunch where he can go this far forward, that far back. He's got a waist swivel that's below his belt, so you can get him to do that action. Hips, kind of stiff there, but he can do the splits that far out. He can lift his leg 90 degrees, go back a little bit. He's got a thigh cut, double jointed pinned knees. Pretty good in terms of getting it up there. He does have a swivel at the top of the, we'll call it boot, and he can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He's got ankle pivot, and you know it, holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's Speedball with the only other figure in this wave that I've reviewed. You've got Iron Man Model 70. And to close it out, we've got a group shot of the New Warriors with their newest edition Speedball, our subject for today. And group is coming along nicely. We need Namorita. For those of you that don't know who Namorita is, she is, if the name didn't give it away, she is the younger second cousin to Namor the Submariner himself. She has similar powers. She's a mutant hybrid Atlantean, and she's got super strength. She isn't as strong as Namor, but she's pretty strong in her own right. And she was a casualty in the Stamford incident that kicked off the Civil War, and what led our guy Robbie Baldwin, aka Speedball, to become Penance as a result of that. So it'd be nice if we got a figure of Namorita. I know everybody wants one because everybody is dying to complete the New Warriors. So like I said, this is what we have. For those that don't know, in the back we've got Richard Rider, aka Nova. We have Firestar. We have Rage, and right there below Speedball we have Night Thrasher. So yeah, that's the team as we have it. We need one more. So to sum it all up about Speedball, very happy to have him because it gets us closer to the completion of the New Warriors. But because it's Speedball and the nature of his design is very plain, kind of blasé character, I'm glad they got the bubbles right. I am upset that we got no accessories. some type of bubble accessory. They could have done the same thing with Speedball that they did with, like, say, Havoc, only have those effects be multicolored, so you can give off the effect, because whenever he's in motion, like how you see him displayed, his bubbles, they're all over the place. He can bounce. He becomes like frictionless, and you can't hold on to him. For those that don't know Speedball's power set, that's basically what time it is with that. And that's what we knew of when he was as Speedball. When he became Penance, his abilities were more offensive oriented. He was able to project those balls with concussive force, which was a pretty cool effect. But as far as what we have here, no effects, no additional hands, no additional head sculpt, nothing, just the torso of the Build-A-Figure, the controller, and that's it. So that makes this acquisition particularly lackluster. So if you're not interested in Speedball, it's an easy pass, because there's nothing going for it. But if you want that controller, which I'm sure many an Iron Man fan definitely wants that guy, then you're going to have to get him and deal with it. If you're trying to complete your new Warriors, you're going to get him, and you'll be happy that you at least have him. So there is that. Other than that, that's about all I can say about Speedball. So I'm not going to say anything else about Speedball. What I will say is, please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment below. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on this offering by Hasbro Marvel Legends? Meh, or nah? What you think? Let me know down below. And if you want to be notified for another review from me, courtesy of the Ruck Ness Monster, then smash that bell and you'll be notified of such. But until then, my peeps, it's time for me to be out. Remember, the hunt continues. Peace.